नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य मया सह दुर्गा देवी सरस्वती महोदया अस्ति. So this podcast will be in English. She's from Taiwan. She attended my level 1 class, which is Prarambha, and also the level 2, which is Pragatihi. So for her, the requirement was not to speak in Sanskritam, but to understand the meaning of shlokas. She takes chanting classes in Taiwan. She's also a yoga instructor. So we'll start talking to Durga Mahodaya. Durga Mahodaya, please introduce yourself. Anything else you want to say, you just tell.
Hari Om, everyone. I'm a yoga practitioner and I'm residing in Taiwan. And my main practice is mantra chanting.
So you take regular classes on mantra chanting.
Yes, it happens to be like so. Originally, I wasn't planning to do this.
Okay.
I only teach regular yoga classes, asana, pranayama, and meditation. But because my passion is in mantra chanting, I just couldn't stop chanting. And people discovered this, and slowly, after many years, I discovered that, oh, many people around you would like to chant with me. So that's how it goes.
Yeah. What all do you teach? Like, what mantras do you teach in your classes?
I have a different sessions, and one of them is Srimad Bhagavad Gita we chant, and one of the class we sing Shiva Sahasra Nama Valihi, and the other class we chant. Nowadays we chant Tantroktam Devi Suktam, and the other class we chant Shri Saundarya Rahari.
Oh, wonderful. Maybe in the end you can just chant it. I have listened to your chanting. It's really beautiful. So how did this interest come to you in yoga and mainly in the mantra chanting?
I think, like many people, life takes a turn, and then I just delve into the world of yoga, and I've been teaching, and then I used to serve in an yoga ashram, and there I discovered mantra chanting, and I just couldn't stop. I just keep on chanting, even without knowing the meaning of the scriptures. I just keep on chanting and chanting. And that's also, it wasn't a rational decision to take up this practice. I just couldn't help because there is something really beyond words. And it's always been an experience.
True,
So,
true. Life just takes you sometimes in a different path. And like mantra chanting, have you seen its effects maybe in your life or in the life of your students, how it has brought some changes in them?
because I grew up in a very rational thinking and very academic environment, so I depend on my brain very much, and I only believe in technology and science like that. But I think that's not the full face of life. So when I hit the wall, it kind of melted everything, and things start to flow in me. And the thing that I discovered what mantra chanting practice did to me was I always like to make plans and to make good schedules and like to use my time efficiently. But life doesn't always serve you like that. And when that happened, I was very frustrated and got very emotional. But over the years, I discovered that through the practice of yoga and one of the mantra chanting, I begin to know myself more, and that self slowly, not only this body,
Mm.
slowly including the environment around me. So I understand the whole situation in more, so that I don't be so disappointed when things doesn't work out as I planned.
Mm.
So in all yoga practices, we say relax. So I think I'm more relaxed mentally,
Mm.
and I see things happens in their own way and sometimes magical ways beyond my imagination.
Okay, so the mantra chanting has brought a lot of magic in your life.
I think so.
Yeah.
And um, they say that it irons out the glitches in my personality as well. So what was my fault now becomes like my wings. I know how to use them or deal with them.
Yeah, very nice. And your mother tongue is Chinese, right? That is what
Yes.
you don't know any, you know English and Chinese, or do you know any other language before you learned Sanskrit?
Japanese, I speak a little bit of Japanese.
Okay. Do you find any similarity between Sanskrit and Chinese?
Not so much. But I slowly discovered that some of the phrases that we use in Chinese that actually originated from Sanskritam.
Okay.
For example, chana.
Uh,
Chana,
yeah. A
split of the
moment. Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
we say chana. So it's very similar
Oh.
pronunciation. And I discovered it was originated from chana.
Okay, very nice. Interesting.
Yes.
And how is the general interest in Taiwan relating to studying Sanskrit and chanting of mantras? Are people interested there?
Um, because yoga is very popular in Taiwan, and people start to discover that yoga is not only physical practices. They discover, oh, there's many interesting things
Mm.
in yoga, and one of them. So there's some of the interest starting to happening in Taiwan of mantra chanting, but still very little. And maybe we just sing. We don't think so much of the original language, the Sanskritam.
Mm.
And also, of course, in universities, there's studies of Sanskritam and also Buddhist scriptures, although many in Pali language, but some of them originally was Sanskritam as well and was transliterated into Chinese. So
Mm.
the pronunciation was also a little bit similar. For example, Swaha,
Mm.
and in translated rated into Chinese, we say 说婆诃. So still a little bit difference, but transliterated. Um, so this was because Buddhism is quite popular in Taiwan. So some Buddhist practitioners are also interested in Sanskritam studies.
Okay. And regarding the chanting, mantra chanting, are people interested in chanting like Saundarya Lahari, that kind of shlokas?
Maybe not so much. But I think it's still starting to grow. More popular mantra chanting form is in kirtan.
Mm.
So with drums and with harmonium, with musical company, and
Oh,
only simple lines, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, like that.
okay. Nice. But it's very interesting and heartening to see that Taiwan people are chanting Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
And when I was like 2, 3 years old, I just I was exposed to this yoga environment without realizing it. I only discovered this after maybe 20 years.
Oh,
So this was a connection here and there.
yeah. So when you were such a small kid only, you were exposed to yoga?
Yes, and
Oh,
it was proper yoga practitioners. They do fasting,
oh.
ekadashi, and they do chanting. They do puja. Also, of course, asana, pranayama, and meditation. But at that time, I was so little, I didn't know that is yoga. And
Mm,
after I grow up, maybe teenager, I see yoga as a physical practice.
mm.
But after I discover more in yoga, I realized, oh, when I was 2, 3 years old, that was a more complete experience of yoga practices. So maybe there was something already in me that left an impression there. So
Yeah.
I start to track back.
So whatever seed is sowed during the childhood days, somehow it just grows into a big thing when we become adults. Yeah, very true. And how did you come to know about my class?
Actually, because I'm a very passionate person, and so when I haven't done yoga practices, I often being driven by emotions. I'm still driven by emotions, but now I know that I can focus on what I'm doing. So I actually didn't look for Sanskritam classes, and I didn't wish to learn Sanskritam. It came to me, and when it came to me in front of me, I just knew this is what I need to do. So I just put all my passion in
Okay.
front of what I'm doing now.
Okay. So my classes have helped you in any way? What way it has helped you?
Oh, it feels like um, learning in a very safe and motherly rosary environment, very friendly, and you feel so loved and so protected and so supported. And I don't know, because I had many attempts to getting close to the Sanskritam learning, but many times I failed. And this is the time that I feel that I'm most successful. Although I knew that all the failure from the past did help me,
Yeah.
I did learn something. But this time it feels very, very natural to me, and there's there's not a weight of that. Oh, you are learning a refined language of the scripture. It feels very natural to me.
You were like very regular for the classes, and I think you were doing all the homework, everything you were doing. How much time you were allocating for the studies? Did you spend a lot of time or not?
Just 1 day. So for me, the time for the live class is 9:30 p.m. for me. So
Oh,
that day, I studied the homework for that week. I try to do otherwise, but if I do otherwise, study on other days, I forgot everything. So I have to study on that day, so I remembered.
mm.
And that, and also the my teacher, my dear teacher, Shubha Mahodaya, allowed me to be like this a little bit naughty student.
You were like the most calm student I've had. Very calm and so peaceful. Your energy, it was adding to the calm and peace of the class, I feel. It was so nice. And being a non-Indian, I think it would have been little difficult, might have been little difficult for you to pick up a very new language. So but still you were able to do two levels of the class. So, do you have any suggestions or ideas to non-Indian students who aspire to learn Sanskrit so that they will benefit from your experience?
Mm. I think I especially benefited from the videos that Shubha Mahodaya gave us. She often says that this is extremely easy, and I believed it. And I think that's the point. She didn't say it's easy, it's extremely easy. So you just believe it is extremely easy and do not give up. Just show up every week, whether you did the homework or not. You just show up. And slowly I pick up something, although maybe not as good as my classmates. For example, I don't have to look for the dictionary what is idanim means, because it happens so many times in the classes. Idanim means now. So I pick up like that. Slowly, and you can always do the same class again. I'm doing level 1 again. So just don't give up. Keep on the path, and slowly you will pick up something.
Yeah. Now that you have done two levels, is there any change in the way you are teaching mantras? Are you adding the meanings also now along with the chanting? Are you teaching the meanings also?
A little bit, but not much. But I have to say that it influences me the most. And when it influenced me the most, I think my students will also feel. And I would like to share what influenced me most. Because in the beginning, I didn't know the meaning. Maybe for over 10 years, I don't know the meanings of the chanting, and I just sing a lot of different scriptures.
Mm.
But it might be like if I knew the meaning 10 plus years ago, I wouldn't get the real meaning
Mm.
of what it's trying to um, express, the scriptures trying to carry. Whether as after chanting many years these stotras, when I came to know little bit of this and little bit of that, there it kinds of make the full picture, make
Mm.
the picture more full for me. And it's really beyond words, and it's really not idanim means now. It's not like a equal thing. It's like oh, you get the more full picture. It feels like
Mm.
that for me.
Correct. Have you tried to understand the meaning of the shlokas or that you chant? Say, for example, Saundarya Lahari, in the class you brought one shloka for the shloka analysis. Like that, have you tried doing the analysis of other shlokas also?
A little bit, and some more like a game. And I think this is also what I get from this course is that it's not like a heavyweight. It's kind of a play, or sometimes when you have free time, you want to do something fun like that.
Yeah, I think
So I'm
that is
very
a very
thankful.
good approach to learn. When we otherwise, if we stress ourselves too much, it becomes a burden rather than a joyful learning process. That's a
Yes,
very good tip.
thank you for creating this environment.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy that you didn't get stressed. So, anything else you wish to say, especially to the non-Indian students for whom it's a totally new language?
Mm, just don't give up and just show up. I think show
Yeah,
up every time and do whatever you can do. Don't judge yourself according to others.
yeah.
Just take one step at a time, slowly, one step at a time.
Because what happens in the class, there will be majority will be Indian students, and most of them, for them, their mother tongue will have lot of Sanskrit words. Any language, any Indian language will have lot of Sanskrit words. So they start speaking, and the non-Indian students usually they get scared and they feel I'm left out, I'm way behind. That kind of feeling usually crops up. So, like as you said, it is better to not get scared, just show up, just be in the class and just keep doing how much ever you can. I totally understand that I cannot expect non-Indian students to start speaking in Sanskritam, though some people they do speak. But I can understand that it's a very new language, so I don't expect them to do that. So as you said, just take it easy, show up.
And also, I think it's a bonus that all your classmates, most of your classmates are from Indian origin, because you get more actually. It's a more fertile land for you to grow. And you pick up here, there. Yeah, just, and I think listening is a really good process for me to learn as well. Just listening to my classmates speaking. For example, in Shubha Mahodaya's YouTube channel, Tattvam, please subscribe.
Thank you.
Uh, and she said about the sound, the Visarga sound, the North Indian are actually pronouncing it right. And one of my classmates, I think she speaks Hindi, and I can always hear she say, very, really like a baby snake
Yeah,
sound. So like the small things you will pick up. It's
yeah,
a bonus.
correct. So Indians in the class is actually helping non-Indians to learn it better. Yeah, you can listen to their what they speak. It helps. Yeah.
Yes. And you have a very patient teacher. Don't worry. She tolerates you. She will like her energy will hug you like that, I think.
I don't like to scold students, so
Yeah.
so that I can assure all my students, because I was teaching in a Waldorf school. There, they trained the teachers to never scold, never raise voice against students. That is a core principle in a Waldorf system of education.
Mm.
Because I worked for many years there, I think I got tuned to that system.
Mm.
Okay, then can you just chant any shloka?
So I'll chant the Sri Sondari Lahari where I did the Shloka Vicheda.
So the chanting is going to be very beautiful. So I'm going to close my eyes. Yeah.
Treyanam devanam triguna janitanam api sive bhavet puja puja tava charanayurya virachita तथा हि त्वत्पादोद्वहनमणिपीठस्य निकटे स्थिता ह्येते शश्वन्मुकुलितकरोत्तं समुकुटः.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And would you get such good pronunciation? So how did you perfect your pronunciation?
Practice, practice, and practice. And I always have good teachers.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Durga Mahodaya, for coming and speaking. It was nice, so nice talking to you. Thank you so much. Dhanyawad.
Thank you so